Why billionaires don't use social media. There is a steady increase in the percentage of people throughout the world who spend 2 to 6 hours each day on social media. However, when you imagine billionaires, make sure that they are standing with their heads up, addressing an audience, gazing into the eyes of another person, or exploring the globe, rather than being hunched over the small screen that so many of us carry in our hands. If there's a gathering of people, billionaires are the ones who are least likely to be looking at social media. They were not active on either Facebook or Twitter at any point in time. Hey guys, welcome back to Unlimited Money, where in today's video, we are going to discuss why most billionaires do not have social media accounts. So stay with us till the end of the video so you don't miss out on any of this information. And before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell symbol so that you don't miss out on any of our wonderful videos in the future. And let's get started. Have you ever had the impression that everyone you know is on social media? It is easy to comprehend, given that Pew Research found that 65% of American adults engage in daily sharing, tweeting, and linking activities. When it comes to involvement on social media, however, there is one category that is severely underrepresented, and that is chief executive officers. In point of fact, fewer than half of the billionaires that make up Fortune's list are active on at least one major social network, and not a single owner of a company has a presence on each of the 6 major social networks. There's always been a dispute around whether or not a social media presence is beneficial for senior executives among marketers and PR professionals. Some people think that it lends a more human touch to a business, while others maintain that the absence of engagement makes no difference. Unless they truly invest in their social and have the right support around them to build and maintain a social presence, I believe it's a perfectly acceptable strategy for them to focus on growing their business rather than posting online. Gain an understanding of the reasons behind social media. The use of social media is an essential component of every successful marketing plan. That is one thing on which I don't believe anyone will disagree. Social activities raise a company's rating in search engines, provide a human touch to its brand, and make it possible for a business to interact with its customers at every stage of the sales process. Even the most modest businesses really need to have a social media presence of some kind. Having said that, a business does not absolutely require many profiles on various social media platforms in order to get an online presence, because the majority of customers will follow the brand and a brand influencer on social media. They are not going to require a brand account in addition to individual accounts for each executive member of the board. So let's go a little bit farther and investigate the positives, negatives, and ugly sides of social executives. The benefits and drawbacks of chief executive officers using social media. Messages posted by billionaires on social media may provide support to other marketing operations and may help a business appear more approachable to a target audience with a greater level of expertise. Having a separate account might make your first one unnecessary. If the billionaire does not have a distinctive agenda or message to disseminate online, then an extra account will, at best, just replicate the brands, and at worst, it'll wind up diluting the market message or diminishing the number of followers. The general public can see how dedicated your company is to providing good customer service if you have active executives who are involved in the community. Consider the similarities between Kenneth Cole and the Arab Spring. In addition, social media is a two-way street, which means that you cannot simply publish something and then walk away and expect to see positive outcomes. Some billionaires are able to get away with doing this, while other billionaires like Mark Cuban are recognized for having a more engaging style that breathes new life into a company in a way that can only be accomplished by a top executive. It is possible that an executive won't truly be in charge of their own account. Despite the fact that they often evaluate the wording, there is a possibility that the words are not entirely genuine, or that they'll suffer blowback if something communicated via proxy goes opposed to the true opinions of the individual. Develop the appropriate strategy for social media. It ultimately boils down to the reputation of your brand, the culture of your organization, and the billionaires in question. There is a significant potential for the company to benefit from senior executives who make the decision to fully use the potential of social media. To fully achieve this potential, one must, however, devote a certain amount of time and resources to the endeavor, in addition to most likely having a capable team working alongside them. On the other hand, a lot of billionaires make it a point to stay away from social media for a variety of different reasons. It's possible that they don't want the attention of themselves, or that they don't want to concentrate on keeping a social media site maintained and updated on a regular basis. It's possible that billionaires rely on a tiny presence spread among a number of social media profiles. Their communications staff may propose launching one, but then they let it go by the wayside. Alternatively, the executive may wish to keep an official account name just in case he or she would like to start posting on social media at some point in the future. In my experience, we have found that the most important thing for executives who want to keep a strong social presence is to surround themselves with a team that has a strong understanding of the story that both the executive and the company want to tell, and then work in partnership with that team to design and share content that will help better tell that story. This is the key to maintaining a strong social presence. There are statistics that present a narrative in a straightforward manner, and there are other data that cause one to pause and think, One of the more recent statistics reveals about 1/3 of the richest people in the United States do not participate in any form of social media. According to the findings of a survey conducted by Spectrum on the wealthiest section of investors, in 2014, the $25 million plus investor, 31% of investors do not utilize any kind of social media. 57% of those people said they are concerned about the privacy of their information being compromised if it were to fall into the wrong hands. Age is a factor in such figures, which is to be anticipated given the context. 59% of investors with at least $25 million in assets who are 65 years old or older do not utilize any social media. Only 23% of investors under the age of 55 claim they do not use social media, and only 16% of investors between the ages of 55 and 65 indicate they do not participate in any kind of social media in their daily lives. One possible line of defense against the use of social media would be to point to the high rates of participation among the wealthiest investors. Facebook is currently the most popular website, yet just 52% of investors with $25 million or more in assets use it. Only 40% of people are on LinkedIn, which is often regarded as the most professional site available. 24% of people utilize YouTube. Only 17% of the wealthiest investors in the world use Twitter, despite the fact that it is a rapidly expanding communication platform that can be used for both personal and business purposes. Again, age is a factor that is taken into account in the data, but its significance is not as easily discernible as one might assume. There are less than 2/3 of investors under the age of 56 active on Facebook at 63%, and just 27% of investors in this age bracket are active on Twitter. LinkedIn is used by about half of all investors who are under the age of 66. 57% of people indicate that concerns about their privacy restrict them from participating in social media, while 48% of people say, "I see no benefit in the aims of these services." Similarly, 38% of people believe that using social media is a waste of time. 20% of people said that they have never been shown how to use social media features, which is why they've not joined. And that's going to do it for today's video, guys. We sincerely hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you click on the like button and share it with all your friends and family. If you have any questions or comments for us, you can always share them with us in the comment space down below. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you'll see even more of our incredible videos. And you can also check out our other videos that have been specially selected just for you. We'll catch up in our next video. Thanks for watching.